If you have 5 million followers on Instagram, I'm not saying you'll be rich, but you cannot be broke. It's impossible.
I've seen influencers that have 2, 3, 5 million. They would post about something. Yo, guys, come to this place, whatever. Zero conversion. No one cares.
She have 3 million followers, and all she does, she twerks and dance. She's not an influencer. She's a sex worker.
All came back to something called personal branding. How can you put yourself out there? Because in this day and age, it's not enough to just have a brand.
Welcome on CHEKD, and today we're gonna speak about the new gold rush. It's not something physical that you can touch. It's not something industrious. It's not complicated like coding and web application and internet and all of that. As simple as it is, but it's becoming something very important in our everyday life. And I brought with me the person who can give us maximum nuances about this field. I have today with me Ghazi. How are you doing?
Thank you so much, Walid, for having me.
So Ghazi, I know you as the person who's always talking about personal branding and how important it is. And to be honest, it was Khalid who told me about you. And when I saw your content or what you talk about, I was really impressed. And I was like, this guy, he should be in my show.
Thank you so much for having me.
So can you tell us a little bit about you, just briefly, so the people know with whom they are gonna be spending this 1 hour?
No problem. Ghazi Yaman. I started my journey like anyone else, you know, school, university, and everything. But I always liked to do something on the side. I always liked to have this and something. So my and before was karate. So I was a karate instructor, black belt, first dan. I had my own school and everything. So I was always making money on the side. And then after that, COVID came, you know, got closed and everything. Then we moved into the social media because I know my studies and everything was marketing.
Yeah.
Once we got in social media, obviously something that I really loved. I was always the person behind the scenes, but then I realized, no, you should be the face of the company.
Yes.
Because if you see all these like very famous or really companies that are doing extremely well, they're profitable from day one. This idea haunted me. I'm like, how? So they
What's the secret?
Yeah, like how are they doing it? You know, like for example, my good friend Saigon Yalchin, you know, sell any car.
Yeah.
How is he doing it? So
that website sell any car.
Yeah, you can sell your car in 30 minutes.
Yeah, that was buzzing.
Huge. So how did he do it?
So you know the person?
I know him, yes. He was at the Brand Me Summit, cool, one of the speakers.
Yeah, we're going to speak about the Brand Me Summit in details in a moment.
We'll speak about it. But like, I was like, how are these people successful or perceived as successful from day one? It all came back to something called personal branding. How can you put yourself out there? Because in this day and age, it's not enough to just have a brand. It's not enough to hide behind your brand. You need to be the face of your brand.
Yeah.
And like, instead of hiring an influencer to be the face of your brand, you are the face of your brand. And then you become famous enough that your customers become your advocates because they love you and your brand. You know
100%
what I mean?
right, 100% right.
So that's how we started.
But look, I mean, let me start the podcast on a very, like, on something that is bugging me lately. See, like, everybody nowadays, everybody on Instagram, he's owner of something, and everybody's an entrepreneur. Like, to be, just clarify for me, is entrepreneurship and being an influencer or content creator the same thing? Can you call yourself an influencer? Can you call yourself an entrepreneur if you are an influencer? Do you think it's correct?
Not entirely, no. Look, there are some influencers that are using their influence to create their own brands and using their traffic and using the attention they accumulated to sell something.
Yeah.
And not merch. Merch doesn't count. To sell something, like for example, you know, the guy for Mind Valley, right?
Yeah, Mind Valley.
He's really inspirational guy, right? So he's using his fame to sell his course, to sell the subscription, to create that community. That is an entrepreneur. You get what I mean? So, for example, you can call Mr. Beast an entrepreneur because he used his fame and he started diversifying into many businesses.
But like...
So he's an entrepreneur.
But like the problem that I'm facing, maybe I'm not updated. For me, an entrepreneur is somebody who find a gap in the market that nobody took care of, and he create a solution for it. That's what I know about entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
So when I see an influencer or a content creator calling himself an entrepreneur, it doesn't resonate as an entrepreneur for me. For me, he's just someone who, because he's maybe a businessman, he's maybe a trader if he's selling merch. But for me to consider someone an entrepreneur, he should be somebody who find a solution for something that nobody tapped in. I mean, according to me, do you think I'm right or wrong in that? Or maybe
again, like some influencers don't deserve to be an entrepreneur. They're just entertainers.
Yeah.
Right? They reach a point where, yes, they become an entrepreneur. Right? So I would call, for example, Jake Paul. He is an entrepreneur. Like with Prime and everything.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy, you know?
Yeah, that's...
sorry, that was Logan. But, you know, they're both...
Logan Paul,
the same thing. But again, like these guys, they turned into an entrepreneur. They weren't entrepreneurs before. They were entertainers. Then they became entrepreneurs. You know what I mean?
He partnered Jake Paul. He partnered Logan Paul. He didn't partner with his brother. He partnered with KSI.
Yes.
So... in my head, I thought it was him with his brother, but I just realized
it was with the KSI, like arch nemesis.
Yeah.
And then they created, like for example.
So for you, this is not merch. For you, this is entrepreneurship.
Yeah, because he's not selling Logan Paul T-shirts. I mean, he did sell before, but for Prime itself, I would consider him as an entrepreneur because he sold bottles before they were made. Yeah,
which is the genius way. Yeah, one of the shortcuts of
you know what I mean? Like that's the new wave of entrepreneurship just started. Yeah, and we're just at the tip, by the way.
It's just the beginning, like it's the dawn of it. And the person that I really admire in this field of using the fame and selling your own product, it's Mr. Beast for me.
Yes,
because it's amazing what he's doing. You know, I am a fan of Mr. Beast, especially his story. And one day I was with my friends. They ordered this burger that I loved,
Beast.
And then I saw Beast Burger, and then I saw his logo. I was not aware, and we were talking. Bro. Yeah, we were talking about this subject of using your own brand to sell your product, and look at the synchronicity of
demand. Yeah. But look. This smart thing that Mr. Beast did, like he used this fame to create massive demand. And then he went out to restaurants that were struggling, be like, listen, buddy, can you flip burgers? Yeah, I can flip burgers. Yeah. Okay, I have the branding, I have the demand. Set it up in your shop and we'll do 50-50 or whatever. I think
that's entrepreneurship.
That's entrepreneurship. If that's not entrepreneurship, I don't know what is. You know? So some of them are entrepreneurs. Some of them are just entertainers, which is not wrong. Like you can be an entrepreneur, you want to be an entertainer, you want to be an artist, whatever you want. You do you.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a new wave of content creators that are entrepreneurs from day one.
Perfect.
But they're creating content about their business.
True, and or their end goal, it's business. Even though they go indirectly, but they will reach a point where it become a business. So I want to ask you something like related to your career, because I just knew that your brother is the guy who Ayman Yaman, who is the Arabic version of what do you do for living. Even though I discovered the concept through him. Not through the other guy from the US.
Yeah, they're friends. They're friends.
So you just told me that. But is it like, did you and your brother started the journey of personal branding, or it was something that you were doing before that?
No. So again, I was extroverted person, but when it came to social media and the camera especially, I would freeze. I would have no problem standing on stage talking for 10 hours, getting people excited, getting people like pumped.
Yeah.
And you put a camera in front of me and suddenly everything goes away.
Because I was in the past, because I don't see this now.
No, in the past.
Now you have more energy.
You train yourself.
Of course.
You practice.
Yeah.
And like riding a bicycle, like learning how to walk. It's a skill that you acquire. Before that, I was just purely behind the scenes because of the business knowledge, because of the connections I built through my career, because of the marketing knowledge, and because of advertising and being in that industry from a professional level, right? When Ayman started pursuing his social media journey, he was trying many different things. You know, COVID, everyone was bored. Just tapping in different niches, seeing what goes viral, testing. A lot of what personal branding is testing, because it's called personal for a reason. There's no one shoe that fits all.
True.
You know what I mean? So when he started with the content journey, he started with flipping shoes, but we didn't want to do it like just flipping shoes. That's just boring. Flipping shoes to celebrities. Only celebrities. Yeah. Like we'd go to the shoe drops.
Like with the twist.
Yeah, we'll go to the shoe drop. We'll stand for hours. We'll acquire that shoes. We'll kind of take a guess what this person's shoe size is.
Yeah.
We hit him up. We go like, listen, buddy, I'm going to sell you the shoe way below what the market is right now. Yeah. And you can even flip it or wear it. You in? Sure. It was that easy. But no one thinks of it.
Yeah, that's like a business idea from day one. When it's cool to be documented through. Yeah.
Then we were passing by like a cool event that had like Bugattis, had 2 Lycans, like. Well, it's Dubai. You know, that's how Dubai is. Dubai is. So I acted as his manager. I was technically managing, but I acted as his manager. I was like, Ayman, we need to be there. You know, whatever's happening there, we need to be there. He's like, okay, how do we get in? He had a few followers and he didn't have that much.
Yeah.
And he only TikTok, not Instagram. Instagram was like nothing. I acted as manager. We went in and we started chatting up some people. We had some shoes we wanted to flip with one of the guys that we saw there. And then that guy, Movlogs, shout out to Movlogs, he was like, bro, I'm gonna sit in the car, just ask me what I do for a living. I was like, yeah, I know that trend, you know, run it.
Oh my, so this is how it started.
Bro, he did that video.
This is how it started.
Bro, he did that video, 20 million views.
Wow.
In 1 week.
Damn.
Bro got like 300k followers just like that for doing one video, but he was on the content grind.
So he was not even expecting it would hit like that.
Expecting it to hit because, see, we're in Dubai. We have nicer cars.
Yeah.
Richer people.
This is the place where to do that concept.
You know? Like, okay, LA, we get it, you know? Nice.
Yeah.
Come Miami, to Dubai, Habibi. You know what I mean?
Habibi, come to Dubai.
Exactly. But again, Ayman wasn't pure luck. He was on that grind.
Yeah, of course. Then
the opportunity presented itself, he took it.
Yeah. So there is no luck in these things. You know, it's luck is opportunity meeting preparation.
100%.
Yeah, you cannot say luck. And as you are telling me, he was trying from before.
Grinding. Bro.
Yeah, man, that's not easy.
The second this happened, every day he was.
Yeah, and now it's once you find something that you're hooked. But look, let's talk about something that is very, you know, this is the negative side of personal branding, or to me what we call influencers nowadays. Influencers, obviously that we all know that influencers, I'm not gonna say majority, I'm gonna say half of them, they promote a fake life. Now, that fake life, we all know it's setting the standards of living very high, and some people, especially I see it in couple, you know, those couple, you know, couple content, like they're living the best life. Do you think that's as from a morality standpoint? Do you think this is healthy for the influencers themselves and for the people, for the audience? And because you are pushing the idea of personal branding
narrative
or the narrative, thank you. How you can advise your clients or the people you're working with to not go through that dark path? Yeah, because it's dark.
100%. Look, there's a lot of people that want to show the flashiness. There's a lot of people that want to flex. There's a lot of people that want to portray a lifestyle that they have, that they don't actually have or they don't actually own. If they want to do that, by all means, it's an open market, right? But the best way to build long-lasting, meaningful relationship, it's not a follower. You're creating relationships with your audience.
Yeah.
That's totally different than followers. By the way, Walid, I've seen influencers, and I work in the field, and I've managed so many influencers. I've worked with hundreds of influencers. I've seen influencers that have 2, 3, 5 million, they would post about something. Yo, guys, come to this place, whatever. Zero conversion. No one cares. No one respects them. And I've seen people that have 100K or even 20K. Yo, come to this restaurant, do this thing, buy this thing. Sold out.
What do you what's the secret of engagement, of high engagement?
Authenticity, being honest. Like, how do we become friends? What are the factors so me and you become friends?
It's for me. It's if we have the same mind or we are interested in the same things. I mean, this is one of the things.
That's one of them.
Yes.
What's another?
Loyalty.
Okay. What's another?
In friendships, accept loyalty and someone. I mean, I don't think it will help your cause or what you're talking about, but someone who's not lazy or who's not like stagnated in his life.
That's for you.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's for me.
Some people might be too lazy. People might be friends.
True. Yeah.
I will tell you what's the secret to friendship.
Please tell me.
Yeah. The more you know about me, the more I reveal about myself to you.
Yeah.
You will feel like you know me more. And you'll feel like you are a closer friend to me.
True. The more
and
you know
vice
about,
versa.
the more you know about. You're right.
Okay. So how can you translate this fundamental basics of friendship?
Yeah.
To your audience and create a friendship with them. Be there for them. Talk to them. Answer them. But they're commenting. Respond.
Yeah.
Bro, not even one DM, and you can quote me on this. Not even one DM from me goes unanswered. Even if I'm not interested. Even if someone's trying to sell me something, someone's trying to scam me, I'll be like, I understand you're trying to scam me. Is there anything wrong? What's going on? You know, buddy, like, you know, there's 1,000,001 ways to make money. Why are you scamming? You know? So
we'll come back to the scamming point later.
Yeah.
But I want to ask you, if someone have 1 million follower, obviously they cannot do this. So how can someone with 1 million follower still? They can answer each DM.
They can.
Oh,
there's something called the personal assistant.
Yes, yeah, you're right.
What? 3 personal assistants. 5.
So you think
remote personal assistant? They're actually very cheap.
And you think this is a mandatory thing to do?
Of course.
Even if you have 10 million, you have to.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. And a lot of people avoid that or don't put that effort. They will still be followers.
Yeah.
They're not a community yet. There's a difference between being an influencer and being someone influential.
Yeah, you're right.
I will say something.
Yeah.
People will listen. People will sit in their rooms and do whatever you told them to do.
Yeah.
That is the kind of person that can do things.
Actually, we opened this podcast by saying this is the new gold rush. And I think you agree with me.
Yes.
But I think a typical gold rush, anybody can do it. Anybody can go on Mild Gold, or anybody can learn coding and do apps, even though it's very complicated. But do you think anybody can be an influencer or a content creator? Do you think any type of character can be?
You know, funny enough, most influencers that I know, most huge YouTubers are actually introverted.
Really?
Yes. I've met them myself.
Actually, I believe Mr. Beast is. Yeah.
Huge. You're talking 10 million, 15 million, 20 million. I don't want to drop names because they're going to come slap me. Sorry. But they're actually really introverted. Like on camera, you switch on the camera and they're like interacting. The camera's off. They're like shy.
Yeah.
Don't want to interact. But once you get to know them, they're like chill, you know? So it got me thinking, like, I'm an extrovert. I used to be an extroverted person, then I became an extroverted introvert because of a lot of things that happened.
An ambivert. Or
something like that. Yeah. Because a lot of things that happened in my life and, you know, I changed, I evolved. But for someone to be introverted and have 15 million followers.
Yeah, I mean, there is a secret there. I mean, talking about extroversion and introversion and all of that psychological side, like an introvert person doesn't mean he cannot communicate or he don't have speech. I mean, he can be there's a lot of charismatic people who are introverted.
100%.
I mean, I don't think it's related to introverted or extroverted. And I think I think it's very hard for me to put you either an extrovert or an introvert because usually I can tell. It's obvious that I'm an extrovert. I'm like, we're bubbly and all of that. But when it comes to you, you are a little bit ambiguous. I don't know where to put you, which make you maybe an ambivert, which are 2 in 1, you know?
Yeah, no, I think I'm classified as extroverted introvert. I like to, I used to be a full extrovert. And then I don't know what happened. It's life.
Maybe when you become when you start thinking a lot, overthinking, and you have a lot of, life make you, I don't say you become an introvert, you become silent.
Yes.
Yeah, you become focused all the time thinking. I am in that stage where I'm changing too. Hopefully, I can also come back to my fun. But, sometimes we have to balance, but everybody have to go through a period of time where maybe they become psychos because they have to reach their goal. Yeah. And then you can regulate after, I call it the... when it's calm before the storm, and then after the storm you have to go through a period when you calm down and everything will be okay. And I think during that storm in our lives, this is what happened. We become maybe a little bit silent, maybe a little bit unagreeable people, but with time we can come back to our nature.
So it doesn't align because you have a goal, monetary success, fame, influence, whatever it is, right? To reach that goal, you're gonna have to adopt habits that you didn't have before.
Yeah.
It's like riding a bike. People overcomplicate life. It's like riding a bike. I'm going from point A to point B today. Tomorrow I'm gonna go to point M.
Yeah.
After tomorrow, I had more practice.
Yeah.
I had the discipline. I put in the effort. My body's conditioned. My mindset is there. I'm gonna go all the way to Z.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You have to be hungry.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in that journey, you're gonna be self-reflecting a lot, and this happened to me, right? Before, when I used to have a 9 to 5, I was very social, going out, meeting people, and everything. When I started my entrepreneurship journey, I became slowly reserved. Like, you ask my friends about me, I'll be like, I didn't see this guy for 3 months.
Yeah, you disappeared.
I disappeared, not because I don't like them, not because I'm not friends with them, not because I don't miss them. It's because I'm prioritizing myself, because there's a lot of things that you need to go through in order to become that person that you need to become. So your business, so your vision comes to life.
But Ghazi, I have a very important nuance when it comes to success.
Yes.
I think we cannot teach success. Quite honest. You know why? Because I can see it in people as well. It's actually an obsession. You cannot teach someone how to be obsessed, Because I have my friends, they have a beautiful lifestyle and they have their own goals, but their goals are not... let's say their end goals, they're not entrepreneurship goals. They're like, I don't know, living in a certain country or having a certain lifestyle. But people who have a specific goal that is a business, specifically if it's a business, they're obsessed with that goal. Because for me, I am a lazy guy, but not when it comes to my work. When it comes to my work, I think about it all the time. I do it all the day. Because I'm obsessed, not because I'm organized, not because I'm even disciplined. I'll be honest with you. It's an obsession that it never fades. I mean, if there is a pill that I can take, eat, and I forget about my dream, believe me, I'll take it. Because I want to have a simple dream to just chill and travel and relax. But I cannot. There's something eating me from inside and not letting me... I don't know. I cannot just...
But why? It's interesting. Why would you take the pill? If you loved your dream that much, why would you take the pill?
Because it's not a happy place. It's satisfying. It makes that noise in your head stop. You're happy when you reach the first or the second or the third milestone. But you're always searching for the next thing. And you cannot do anything else. It's either this or nothing.
Yeah, at some point in your life.
And I think you're like this.
When you're building yourself. See, and I've met a lot of these billionaires, crazy success, massive industries. They're industry titans. They're not even, I don't call them industry leaders.
Yeah.
They're not, the people I've met, they're not industry leaders.
Like pioneers, yeah.
Not even pioneers. They're industry drivers. So these guys, they tell you where we're going next. So industry leader is the top of your industry, okay. But an industry leader does not mean that he's an industry driver. because these guys are thinking 10 steps ahead.
Oh.
Now, these guys, at some point in their life, they were like that. They were obsessed.
Yeah.
They were on that grind because there's like, okay, you have money, you have time, and you have health, right? And it's like a balance between all of these, okay? Now, when you don't have money, you have time and health, you're going all out. You're going on that crazy obsession. And once you have money, okay, you will hire people that are in to do that in that you were before.
I got you
on your behalf.
Yeah.
You will take a step back. You will start strategizing. And you then become that industry driver because you know where I'm going next.
Yeah.
You become that visionary.
This is what we talked about, next. Like after the storm, when the weather.
Exactly.
We're in the storm.
That's
now,
when you. And some people achieve that at 29. Some people achieve that at 22. I know people that achieve this at 21.
Yeah.
Bro, crazy.
Bro, the Gen Zs, man, they're developed, man. They're developed. Like we have Khaled here is one of them. Bro.
Shout out to Khaled.
Yeah, really, like I'm finding lately myself being inspired or even taking some advice or seeing people are role models that are much younger than me. Yes. I'm in my 30s. I'm 30 years old.
And you don't look 30.
Thank you, bro. But literally, I can see some kids. We call them kids, but actually they're not. They're developed in such a way. The way they speak, they're mature, and you know that's really interesting. I mean, I think your brother also is one 20. Of them. He's 20, and look at them. Because I think they know how to use this new gold rush because they are born. They're born in it. Yeah. Yes. I mean, talking also about crypto, I think they are less afraid from crypto than other people. I mean, this is what I saw.
It's like the computer, you know. And on my day, the computer was like, you know,
yeah.
And then my father, he wasn't that like friends with it.
Yeah,
my grandma,
same thing for me. Yeah,
I was just like, it's simple.
For us, it was simple. My father was like,
I'm a son.
Yeah,
what are you doing here? You said these like funny, weird things, you know. For us it came natural. For them TikTok is natural.
True. Yeah.
And then when TikTok came out, I'm like, what is this app? You know?
Bro,
and now my work is you know
there. It's TikTok. Yeah.
Like it's nice to look at the younger generation and get inspired because then in your head, some people look at the younger generation and they're like, it gets them down when someone younger than them is more successful. But for me, and I do have friends.
Inspiring.
I do have friends that are younger than me. They're way more successful.
Yeah.
And I find it like, you know, if they can do it at that age, I can definitely do it at my age.
So yeah, it's positive. It's a good thing, man. If the youngsters now they are finding ways to get successful, imagine with someone with experience. Well, not only that you have experience, and you have a new population of the human beings we call Gen Zs that they can be very helpful. You can even you can ask them about anything regarding internet, social media, crypto, and they're very good at it. So the collaboration will be like huge, you know.
100%. Look, I'm not the smartest guy.
Yeah.
Okay? But I know where to find the smartest guy.
Yeah.
And I know how to convince the smartest guy to work with me.
So this is what you need to have.
You know what I mean?
That skill to convince.
You know what I mean? At an early age, I learned that sales, and money in is a business. You don't need anything else. Yeah. Everything else is there. You just need to find that smartest guy in that thing.
In that field, yeah.
And get him. Or her, obviously.
So I just want to pick your brain about something. I mean, we spoke about crypto now, and I just something clicked in my head. I want to ask you something about it. Do you think crypto is just a bubble that is bursting, or like everybody is saying, oh, crypto is the new currency, crypto will replace money, and blah 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 blah? What do you think about that?
Look, we had a huge we have an advertising one of the businesses an advertising agency. At some point, crypto was booming. We had a lot of clients. Like our portfolio in the crypto space, from exchanges to coins to projects to NFTs to metaverses to whatever you can call it, we had clients. And marketing is marketing, right? Obviously, it's a bit different, the strategies and things, but marketing fundamentally is the same. There's T's, P's, and C's.
All right.
It's simple. However, to answer your question is...
T's, please, and C's.
Yeah, I'll get back to you on what that is.
I'm interested in, I want to know what's this. Yeah.
But for crypto, there is a utility. 100%, right? It is a form of money, it is a form of exchange, and I can verify that you have that amount, and it's totally decentralized. It's a beautiful tool.
Yeah.
Now the problem is, okay, a lot of scammers, a lot of, and this happened with the www bubble, same thing.
Yeah, it's the same story. It was the same story repeating itself.
History repeating itself, and until that industry matured. And we found real utility, and people like my grandma is accepting crypto as a currency, then crypto won't become, I mean, it's legit, but it won't become like mainstream.
Yeah.
Until someone doesn't call it crypto, just call it a currency.
Yeah.
I always said this to our clients. I'm like, guys, why are you identifying as a crypto?
Yeah, say it's a currency. It's like
I'm a currency.
Like you're talking about euros or...
And they all want like, we want to go mass. We want to go, bro. You know, these crypto guys. Bro.
And they're all hyper.
Bro.
They're all hyper.
Bro. Listen to this, bro.
Yeah.
It's like a big baby, you know? Bro.
They are like the you know those people from remember that what happened with the stock salespeople or stock brokers?
Yeah,
they were all
like
dumb and hyper.
They're all on something.
Yeah,
I call them like adult kids, bro.
Yeah,
bro on the chat, bro.
Yeah.
Like, Shufi, bro, what's going on?
Relax,
bro. I want crypto to be everywhere. I'm like, bro, then don't call it crypto.
Yeah,
simple.
Call it.
Why don't you do that? Like just be digital currency. Hey, you know the dirham?
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah,
just
it's
on
like
your phone.
either dirham, euros, Bitcoin, all kind of crypto.
Same. It's not crypto.
Yeah.
It's just money. It's money on your phone. Have the bank, but this is more secure. Easy. My grandma can get it.
Yeah. And it's simple. Like I work with some people abroad in Algeria, and I pay them through Binance. Easily. Like I just send it, and I find it very, very useful. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what but you know, it's still like very fragile. But you said it. It's like the www bubble. Yeah. It will burst, and then only the big players or the real product or the real
utility.
Yeah. I mean, Amazon. It's a big thing now. Yeah. And it was once considered as Ethereum or Bitcoin.
Once these big people, like big companies, start accepting this as a means of payment, it's in. Like, okay, look, before we used to trade gold.
Yeah.
You want something? Take gold, take my sheeps, take my cows.
Yeah, it's exchange.
Take my whatever you want, right?
Yeah.
And then they introduced money, and then you had to have gold in exchange for that money.
And then they dropped the money.
You accepted it. Now it's only money. It's just printing. Yalla.
Yeah.
How much do you want? It's fake. Money is not real, bro.
Yeah.
How much do you want?
No, I don't call it fake. It's not fake. It's a system.
Bro, it's just
a coupon.
Printing. It's for us, it feels real.
Yeah.
Okay? But for governments and these things, it's not real, bro. You can just print unlimited money. You
can print unlimited, but it will backfire negatively on your economy. If you're a country and printing, yeah, of course. If you're inflating your money.
I can think of one country that's not.
US?
Yeah, for example, right?
But who told you that?
Printing. Yeah. They're printing.
But you know what's for me, the concept of inflation, to make it simple, it's like a skinny guy. He buy a very large t-shirt, and he say it's okay, I will train, after 2 years it will be my size. But if he will not train and it will not be his size, it will backfire in a way. You got my point. So I think, I mean, money is a very complicated thing. You can see it as like paper. The paper, it doesn't have value, but the country that print the money, it gives value to that piece of paper.
So for example, like the US can't do that. I'm from Lebanon, right?
Yeah.
Our money is worthless.
Yeah, bro, same with Venezuela as well.
I want to go to a restaurant. I feel like I'm a gangster, bro. I'm like getting stacks. Like.
Yeah, the conversion is it's
go,
crazy.
Bro. Let's go, buddy.
Yeah. By the way, talking about like currency.
Yeah.
And I think you'll agree with me on this. I think the new currency, it's audience, it's viewership, it's followers.
Yes.
Because you cannot be broke if you have If you have 5 million followers on Instagram, I'm not saying you'll be rich, but you cannot be broke. It's impossible.
Actually, I know influencers with that many followers, and they're doing okay. They're not crazy rich. They're adi rich.
Yeah.
Not even rich. They're just living a comfortable life.
But there is no, you cannot be broke if you have that, man. It's impossible. Like if you have followers that much, people will be calling you from each, from each side.
It's not about followers. It's about engagement.
Or engagement as well. Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
So I know people they have, but they were at some point they were whales. You know when they say Bitcoin whale, these guys were view whales. 10 million followers plus on YouTube. So YouTube itself was paying them. Now their pages are dead. Zero.
Why do you think that?
Zero.
Why?
Like anything in life. It's like being a content creator right now, you are a business of one. If you don't give it attention, if you don't nurture it, if you're not on top of things, it's gonna go down. Like anything in life.
So you have to, you have to nurture it. You have to build a team. Yeah, it's a business, man. YouTube.
It's a business.
If you have a YouTube channel that have more than 2-3 million, and you don't have a team of 6 people, you cannot maintain it.
You're a business.
You're a business. Just from YouTube, you're a business without like a product advertisement. And talking about product placement and making advertisement through your viewers, if you have a lot of viewers or a lot of audience, and you are somebody is coming and giving you their product, and I think it's becoming a little bit dangerous.
Yes.
And you can see lately that if somebody pays the highest bidder, he can get the best influencer with 10, 20, 30 million. You just have to pay.
Yeah.
What do you think about this new trend? Well, what's your take on it?
See, okay, there's 2 things. You can get rich taking advertisements and advertising for companies. You can get wealthy creating your own, like you as an influencer, introducing your own brand.
We will come back to that because this is very important. This is one of the things that I want to talk about it with you.
100%.
But let's just talk about if somebody, let's say, he don't want to do his own brand. Like, what's your take on, or let me make it easy for you as a question. Do you think the regulations that we have, or is there even regulations to control that?
Yes.
Okay, and do you think they're enough? Do you think, because I don't, what do you think we should do, or what should be added? How we can control this? Because talking about scammers, by the way, we come back to the scammer, but
I have a lot to say about that.
Just go ahead, please. I want to hear from you.
Okay, I'll start from fundamentally what it is, right? I'm a company, I'm registered, I have a license. You know, we do research, they look real, what they're selling doesn't hurt people, we onboard it. Like, for example, I manage Ayman, right? And a lot of other influencers, but I can only talk about Ayman openly. Yeah. Okay, so for example, me and Ayman, because we built, his platform really well, we have few lines that we don't cross. No smoking, no alcohol, no betting and these kind of things. Crypto scamming and stuff like that, not allowed, right? And like nothing of adult nature.
Something
only some things we don't do that. We just genuinely, it's just against my morals as a person, as a Muslim. I don't come near anything like that.
Thank you for that. Okay.
With me and Ayman, we haven't done. We've always just, it's been 4 years of us just giving back, asking no returns. You don't imagine the amount of favors, the amount of things we've supported and everything. So we built that level of trust, so people now come and they can advertise with us blindly, knowing that we're not affiliated with something wrong, something immoral, something like that, right? Even vaping, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, vaping, it's dangerous, bro. By the way, I was a vapor and now I stopped because of my lungs. Even if I cough, you can hear. Believe me, vaping, it's bad. I am a victim.
Bro, I used to do all kind. I don't know if I should
Shisha may be better. No, Shisha is also bad.
Advertising.
As an Arab, Shisha is important.
I'll tell you, I didn't smoke all my life. I joined uni, right? I started smoking.
Yeah.
Okay, and I never shared this on a podcast. This is first time.
Exclusive check.
Exclusive to CHEKD. All right. So I started smoking in the first year of university.
All right.
Okay. peer pressure. I found it cool.
Yeah.
Looks nice. Smoking and the doha and the cigars and the cigarettes and the vapes and the whatever you want and the shishas. And then I kept smoking until I was around 24. And then I quit cold turkey.
You know, I don't know if you're aware of this, but there is a statistics that people who started smoking in their late ages, like after their 20s, they're more prone to quit easily.
I quit.
Yeah,
like
that's
one day.
The good thing is that because you started late, so it was easy for you. Yeah, you didn't grow up with it.
One day, my friend, he broke my IQOS or whatever.
Like, yeah,
and
stopped.
I quit. You don't understand, like, the level of clarity I got.
Yeah, and even you're not angry. Well, you get angry in the beginning, and then you become okay. Yeah,
your senses you awaken, you know, and you realize you don't need it. Yeah. Like you realize you were a slave
to it. Yeah,
to this substance.
Yeah,
and anyone can control you.
Yeah,
with this.
I mean, talking about slavery, we are all slave to something, but we should be slaves for the right thing. We are all slave, yeah. I mean, because our mindset as humans or as species, Homo sapiens, we have to submit to something. It better be a good thing. Or God, or a good purpose in life, or a good goal, and you know what I mean. I don't think we can submit to ourselves. It's like, well, anyways, this is an existential
when
subject.
I said yourself, like your goals.
Your goals, yeah.
That's what I meant. Like internally, you hyper focus on yourself. Okay, this didn't go right. What should I change? You tweak it. You try again. You tweak it. You try again, and you start building these habits. You find that golden habit. You hammer down on it.
Yeah,
and. Like, honestly, like, whatever things that are putting you down, wasting your energy, wasting your money, wasting your life, Bro, you were saying that the valuable currency nowadays is attention?
Yeah.
You know what's more valuable?
Health.
No.
Tell me.
Think of one thing that's the most valuable thing you have in your life. Bro, it's time. It's your actual life. It's
time, man.
Bro, every breath I take, I'm not gonna take another one.
True, bro.
So
once it's gone, it's gone.
Bro, if you think of your time like that, if you go down to that level, okay, and you go like, every breath I take, I'm not gonna get.
Man.
Okay, I'll make it easier to someone sitting and watching, okay? Yeah. You have M&Ms.
Yeah.
Okay? You're having them, and then you're like, you love them. It's the best thing. You're obsessed with it. You only eat that.
Yeah.
You have one bag, and you reach the last one. Same thing with your breath. Same thing with your heart.
Yeah. Like it's like their units being like they're ending step by step.
If you treat it like that, bro, you will like be
excel.
On.
Yeah, you'll excel in your life. On. But coming back to the regulations. What we can add, like if we want to organize, or if like go ahead.
So no, I love this question. I always like get asked some form of way, you know, this kind of question. Social media, and thank you to the United Arab Emirates, they added some kind of regulations for influencers that are becoming of a certain number of followers. They have to be under a license, VAT, and all of that.
Yeah.
However, it's still very loose, right? And because it is a new wave, like before there was a few people that were famous and
now
has followers. Now a lot of people, like overnight, people can get 200, 300, 500,000 followers like that. So definitely there has to be a body that whenever someone becomes a little famous, they kind of like onboard them on some kind of portal to, you know, make sure that they're allowed to advertise.
Yeah.
And this is not just on the influencers bit, this is also the companies that are advertising. It's their responsibility most of the time.
Thank you for that as well.
The companies and the agencies that are handling these companies. So a lot of these agencies still are not following these.
So there is no organization who's responsible for this? Like a specific governmental organization?
No, for now, but I think it is going to be introduced because there is a fund of 50 billion that was introduced in the UAE for content creators. and for صانعي المحتوى, who's
Yeah,
people
which is
like influencers and this kind of thing. So if they introduce this kind of fund, that means there is gonna be a body that's gonna hold you accountable.
Yeah, I got
You know what I mean? And don't get me started with these.
You know why I really need that body. We really need that organization. Sorry, I interrupted you.
Yeah.
This organization is for me very important because I have something that I really want to say, especially I have the chance, I'm meeting someone who works in this field.
Yeah.
We talked about what's the difference between an influencer and an entrepreneur. Okay, we cleared that. But also, like, if I see a lady, she have 3 million followers, and all she does, she twerks and dance. She's not an influencer. She's a sex worker. Let's call it that directly. And there is some of those ladies. They're getting, like, there's advertisement agencies or companies. They're approaching those ladies and placing their product or services with them. So they're like motivating them to keep doing this. And I believe in the UAE, if this gonna happen, it will be a big thing. And I'm sure it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
100%.
No, it's happening because if you introduce a fund, there is gonna be a governing body.
Yeah.
100%. Same like how there was before crypto was loose, now there's tight regulations.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the same thing.
Yeah.
But just for content and for content creators. But that's very important.
Let's do a quick challenge.
I'm game.
It's something that we do in CHEKD, and it's very cool. So basically, I'm gonna give you A and B, and you're gonna choose one.
Okay.
All right. So it's just to see what you go for or what you prefer.
Do I follow up or just say?
No, you just say. If you want to follow up, you can follow up. It's okay. Okay, we're gonna start now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Traditional marketing or influencer marketing?
You can't do one without the other.
But if you want to choose one,
Personal branding marketing.
so we can call it influencer marketing.
Ish.
Oh, perfect. Paid advertisement or organic reach?
Bro, you're killing me.
I know. Their questions.
Organic reach first, and then I'll go with paid advertisement later.
But organic reach first, yeah?
Yeah.
Brand loyalty or trend chasing?
Loyalty.
Loyalty. Long-term brand partnership or one-time campaigns?
Long term.
One-time campaigns?
Long term.
Long-term, yeah. Community engagement or follower counts?
Engagement 120 million%.
All right, that's an obvious one, by the way. Okay, storytelling in marketing or just data analysis? Storytelling.
But you
which one?
No, I'll tell you. You create the stories based on the data. That's when your stories resonate the highest.
All right, so
that's what we do at Bottle.
So you mix them.
Yeah, so you do deep dive data and deep dive from secondary, third party and primary resources on data of your typical consumer behavior, understand that on a very deep level, then create stories.
According to that.
Yeah. On what they like, what they do these associations, do brand partnerships with some celebrities, something that they're interested in, where you become unstoppable.
Yeah, and because you have two mechanisms.
Yeah, and then maybe even create the CEO or the founder himself based on these stories.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's gonna be cool.
Deep marketing, bro.
Yeah, I mean, everybody want to hear a good story, by the way.
Too deep.
And everybody have an interesting story. If you dig deep, you can find in each person an interesting story that it's worth telling. So look, we're not gonna go niche now. We're gonna go more general. All right. So I'm gonna ask you what you go for, like vis-a-vis Dubai or other things. So TikTok or Instagram?
Instagram.
Abu Dhabi or Dubai?
Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi.
Shout out to Abu Dhabi, bro.
YouTube or Netflix?
YouTube.
Do or Etisalat? Do. Emirates Airlines or Etihad Airways?
Etihad. Abu Dhabi.
That's why.
The capital.
Cool.
Yeah.
Dubai Mall or Mall of the Emirates?
Dubai Mall.
Dubai Mall. JBR or City Walk?
City Walk, 100%.
City Walk and this is in common point between us. Dubai Marina or Dubai Downtown? Downtown. Uber or Kareem?
Kareem,
me too. Yeah. Go with Kareem. Talabat or Deliveroo?
None of the above.
None of the above?
Noon.
Noon.
I love
All right.
them.
Cool.
Shout
cool.
out to
Cool.
them.
Cool.
I love
Noon.
you guys. 15 minutes
Perfect.
delivery.
Perfect.
Sorry ما عم بعمل advertisement.
No. عادي.
Yeah.
It's your own. You're expressing your own opinion. This is the last one. Everybody telling me to ask it.
Yeah.
Burj Khalifa or Burj Al Arab?
برج العرب.
Burj Al Arab.
Yeah.
Why everybody go with Burj Al Arab?
OG, bruv.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, if I want to add another real estate question.
But I love Burj Khalifa. No, get me
Obviously,
wrong.
yeah. Subha or I'mar?
I'mar, 110%.
110, because there is, to my surprise, there's a lot of people they go with the Subha. Choose
I'mar,
Subha.
bro.
I'mar.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very confusing. There's pros and cons in both of them, but I will go with I will dive deeper into this subject with like two real estate agents.
Yeah.
Anyways, but there is something also I noticed in your Instagram. I don't understand why they call you vitamin G.
Vitamin G?
Yeah, no, I said it in French. Sorry. Vitamin G. What's vitamin G stands for?
It just became a thing, you know, when the G and the G, you know. And my name is Ghazi.
Ah, right.
And then people were like, top G. I'm like, that's taken.
Oh, yeah.
So then they're like, okay, giving out names, vitamin G. I'm like, okay, hold on.
All right,
what does that even mean? You know, I checked out what vitamin G is.
Yeah.
And vitamin G is that feeling you get of being in green places.
Really?
Like, not like here.
Yeah,
in
like
nature.
greenery.
In
Yeah, nature. Yeah.
So you get that satisfaction, you feel that ease because now you know. So that's like not the exact term, like not the exact. But so for me, it was that when you see my clips, when you see my talks, or when you listen,
You got that hit.
Yeah, you get that hit, and now you know. So it's like vitamin G.
Yeah, I got your point. Your point. By the way, talking about this blue or red pill movement, manosphere, this new wave, like even including Andrew Tate, even because a lot of people they misrepresent him or they they misunderstand him. What do you think about that? Because I have a podcast that is not diving deep into those things, but I just wanted to have your take on that. What do you think about that?
Anyone that's moral, that's doing good to the world, that's encouraging people to be in a top physical health, encouraging people to go out and follow your dreams, inspiring people to become more religious, whether you want to go into Islam or you want Christianity or Judaism or whatever, or just be more ethical, in touch with God, because that will just come on a lot of things in life. Yeah. I think that person is a good person, and they are preaching something that's good to the world. There are some things I agree, some things I don't agree, but there's, you like milk, another guy likes oat milk.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
I mean, even
you
if
can never like everything.
Even if he was a bad guy, it doesn't mean he is now a bad guy. It's his past and
people
his present.
Change.
Yeah, people change, and even us as Muslims, al-Islam يجب ما قبله.
100%.
Whatever you did before, and once you become Muslim, everything is
I agree on that, like 200%.
But mainly, I'm not talking just about this. What I'm talking about is specifically the macho mindset. Like, oh, I'm the man and you're like this, and especially vis-a-vis the women. And I think this is where the message is a little bit negative.
Yeah, so like it's not about being macho man, it's about providing, it's about being caring, it's about nurturing, it's about loving, it's about respecting. And all of these things are within, alhamdulillah, I'm Muslim, but that's what Islam preaches to women.
For us, it's something simple, because the West, it was new for them. This is what you're saying.
Yeah,
but us as Muslims,
for them. But funny enough, a lot of like people from the West are reverting and coming back to Islam.
Yeah.
So that is actually very high percentage, in the UK, in Canada, and in the States.
Do you know why? I have like my own theory about it. It's a theory. It's not a fact. But even though that we are from a religion that's a little bit feared, but everybody is converting and people don't understand, because on an individual level, for some reason, and I heard this from somebody who became Muslim, he said that once he did Shahada and he became Muslim, he felt confident, powerful, and in peace. Regardless of what the media is saying.
See,
it's just a thing individually felt that is you cannot explain it. It's inexplicable. Like, you cannot explain it to people. But it just happened to the people who convert. Maybe we cannot feel that because we are born.
Yes.
but it's something very deep.
A funny story about me, like I was not religious at all. If you talk to me 3 years ago, 4 years ago,
Yeah,
nothing. It's just been like 2 years that I became
yeah,
more religious. I'm not saying I'm a saint.
yeah.
Everyone sins in different ways.
No, bro, I'm
But-
not religion.
but
I'm
like-
not religious as
You're
well.
not
I'm not
religious.
still not religious. Sorry, I'm not religious at all.
Walidism.
The Walidism, follow us. No, but like, sorry about that. I'm not religious.
Yeah.
I'm not proud about it. But it does not mean I cannot talk about Islam, because for me, Islam is not just a religion. It's my identity. Meaning, if somebody talk bad about it, I
course.
get pissed.
Yes.
This is how you know it's your
That's
identity.
how you should do it.
And it does not mean I cannot. I'm not gonna say preach it.
See,
it does not mean I cannot talk about it. Yeah.
Someone comes into your house,
Yeah.
starts mocking your mom. Would you stay like? Oh, okay.
I mean, even if you don't, even if that period maybe you are not in agreement with your mother, but
Even.
you can like
Even.
you can beat that person.
Even.
Yeah.
Or okay, not your mom, your wife, someone you
Even worse.
cherish. Yeah. Are you gonna sit there and like?
No, of course not. Yeah.
Okay.
So
All right.
yeah, this
so
is
imagine the level of love all the Muslims and all the community has for their religion and their respect, that they don't let anyone say anything bad.
yeah. This is our it's our signature. Yeah.
It's us. It's our respect.
It does not mean we're religious. No, it's just something. It's our identity.
For me, I'm trying to be more religious.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Well,
love
which
it.
is good.
And I
Like,
feel
yeah.
at peace. I feel
Any
more
type of-
happy,
look,
more connected. You know, it's
any
very, very
type of
powerful.
spiritual submission, I would say it, even Buddhism, it's better than someone who's promiscuous or someone who's like
100%.
you know,
You
doing
believe in
whatever
something.
things,
You
yeah.
need to believe in something.
True, yeah.
You look at this world, you see how it works. It's not random. There's nothing random about it.
Bro.
Absolutely nothing random.
Actually, you know how I see it, Ghazi? You see the randomness, it's a miracle in itself. Because if through randomness all of this happened, this is the miracle itself.
But it's calculated chaos.
It's a calculated chaos in the end of the day, obviously.
So it's not random.
Yeah, but like random is a word that we say random because we don't understand what is it. And maybe we will never understand, but you don't need, like some people, because I talk with a lot of atheists.
Yes.
Some people, they tell me, oh, you know, I know how like a plant can pop up out of the grass. But for me, this is the miracle, because the problem with humans, once the miracle is unveiled and they know the technicalities behind it, the wow factor about it, it will fade. But this doesn't mean that it's not a miracle. Also, the problem with the humans, they don't understand why God created us. Because some people, then why we're here? For what reason? I'm talking about atheists, yeah. If you don't know why God created you, it does not mean that there's no God. It's just you don't know why he created you. You know what I mean? So this is how I see it. I mean, I don't know what's your take on that, but...
No, I agree with you. And like, we're here to find our purpose. And that's what I believe. If you don't want to believe that, it's fine. But we're here to find our purpose. Each person is on this ground and they're gifted with something beyond imagination. And you, as a person, you need to start finding that.
Yeah.
And once you find it, you will know.
True.
And once you find it, you need to share it. Because sometimes you are someone else's blessing.
Yeah,
and you
man.
don't know that.
Bro. And you know
what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean.
Someone else is your blessing.
This is life.
You know what I mean?
This is life. I know what you mean. The same way, because you see it from perspective of if you are blessed by someone, helped by someone, you see it from that perspective, and then you reach a certain age, and then you see you doing the same thing towards your kids, your wife, your friends, your clients, whoever. And somehow it gives you you feel it's a scary and good feeling at the same time, because it gives you a sense of responsibility. Like now you're responsible, you have to, check your behavior, check the way you behave. Yeah. Anyway, Ghazi, it was amazing to have you. You are a person to stay with him for a 2-3 years long podcast. Hopefully we'll do it again.
Yes.
So Ghazi, checked.
Hey, I like the name, bro.
Yeah,
really
thank
nice.
you, bro.
Thank you so much for having me.
Habibi.
Pleasure.
Habibi.
صراحة
Thank you so much,
Yeah, it was good.
guys.
The only
فقرة كانت آخر فقرة.
والله
Yeah, it was the best.